Recording in progress.
Let's see, it's still 9:59 on the computer here. So I guess we'll call the Tuesday, February 1st meeting of the St. Joseph County Board of Commissioners. Please join Commissioner Dieter in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Next item on the agenda is opening and reading of bids. There appears to be none. Moving on to reports and requests. First is the Board of Commissioners. First item is the accounts payable docket. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelny, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
So next we have a couple things that certainly are the best things that we get to do as members of the Board of Commission. We get to honor folks who are making either the county or our community a better place. So we will start with this month's Employee of the Month. I think, Sky, since you're all dressed up, you might as well start us off.
All dressed up and no place to go. Meeting of 1980.
Story of my life. Sky Metters, County Engineer, Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth, offices on the 7th and 11th floor. Today I am honored and privileged to announce the Employee of the Month. This month's Employee of the Month is Dee Kozlowski. We were able to keep this a surprise, I think, so that was quite a feat in itself. There's so many reasons that we are nominating Dee for Employee of the Month. There's so many that it's really difficult to list them here. You know, in the past year,
Alphabetically then, please, sir?
okay, I got them down here. I got all of them on my paper. In the past year, as many of you know, IPG's gone through quite a change and quite a turnover in people. And during that time, we've lost several people that played very critical roles in our department. One of them being our accounts payable clerk, another being one of the administrative assistants who helped with the highway department and made sure that our trucks had fuel every day when they showed up and those types of things. And during that time, it could have been a lot more stressful than it was if it wouldn't have been for Dee. During that time, Dee was always the first to step up to fill the void that was left when these people departed. Several times I'd be in my office racking my brain trying to figure out, and Dee'd be at the door. She's like, I'll handle it. And I'm like, well, you don't know how to do what they did. I'll figure it out. And she did. She handled it, and she figured it out. And she was always there to take on anything that came up. She was always there to learn new tasks, take on additional responsibilities, and she would work as much as needed to get the job done and to keep our department moving forward. And another thing that's most important is she was able to do all this by keeping a smile on her face, and she always had a positive attitude. Dee's someone that I don't think I have heard her complain about her job once since I've been working with her. And as we all know, sometimes there's bad days, but I don't think Dee has bad days. So that's something that is great quality. She's extremely dependable. You can tell her, it's like I told her today, if she doesn't want to get awards like this, she needs to call in sick occasionally, because Dee does not call in sick. Dee is always here, always ready to take on a new challenge, and she has one of the strongest work ethics that I've ever seen, and just such a positive attitude, and IPG's lucky to have her, and she has really helped move our department forward, and me and the rest of the leadership and IPG is just so grateful to have her on staff and thankful for the job she's done. So, Dee Kozlowski.
I just also want,
Podium and
yeah, do you have
go
anything to say?
up there and accept the speech and talk as long as Sky did?
should probably ask for a raise now.
Hey, the fact that you got McNamara in this building in the winter, that's how important this event is.
Thank you very much, Sky. That was very nice. I don't know if all of that is true. I do have bad days. But I'm honored and privileged. Thank you.
No, I thank you. And Dee, I'm so glad that your recognition for your dedication, strong work ethic,
you.
and willingness to constantly take on more responsibility in a cheerful, positive, and professional manner. So I enjoy seeing you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Why don't you come on up, we'll take a picture. If anyone of the IPG folks want to join, it's up to you.
That means come up here. No, it's not, if they don't come, you can still come up. Don't worry about that.
Women, yes.
Well, we're doing in August.
All right, next we have our Business of the Month. So it's my honor to award the December 2021 Business of the Month to 10,000 Villages. So Courtney, why don't you come up while I say a couple words so it's even more awkward for you? So Courtney's been the store director of 10,000 Villages it's in Mishawaka for about 4 years, coming from 24 years in corporate retail. She's lived in the area for 5 years, moving from Wisconsin with her husband Derek. 10,000 Villages is run by 27 volunteers, and it fulfills its mission by reinvesting any profits back to the new orders for the artisan partners. 10,000 Villages has served the greater community for 30 years under the ministry of Kern Road Mennonite Church. They're a fair trade, nonprofit shop which specializes in handmade global gifts while providing above average wages for disadvantaged artisans in 30 developing countries. Almost 70% of their artisan partners are women who are skilled artisans and seek income to support their families. One thing that makes 10,000 Villages different is that artisan partners are paid 100% upfront for their items, and they are paid fair wages. This is no sweatshop production with poor working conditions or child labor, none of that. So it's awesome that we've got a partner like this here in our community who's doing great things and really broadening the reach of the St. Joe County area. So let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Courtney, anything you'd like to say and add?
Thank you so much, Andy. You nailed that. Great job. When I say that we are a nonprofit, just to give you a little update, I take home our garbage. So we are that much of a nonprofit. I am our only staff person. We are run by 27 gracious volunteers that allow me to be here today to accept this award on our store's behalf. We are also proud to work in the community. While the mission of our work is global, we partner with organizations locally like Girls on the Run Michiana. We're doing a fundraising campaign this month for them in the store to help raise scholarship dollars for girls that would otherwise not be able to participate in the programs. So we are a community partner, we're a global partner. We really do try to engage within our local community. So thank you so much for having me this morning and appreciate the honor.
Bring you up, and also they're in Centennial Place on Cleveland Road in Granger. The Castelny females spend a decent bit of time at that shop, and I recommend you do it as well. So come on up, Courtney,
Thank you
let's
so
take
much.
a picture.
Go Padres.
All right. Now, equally exciting is we're seeking to approve Resolution R5C2022, resolution of the St. Joseph County Board of Commissioners approving an interlocal agreement between and among St. Joseph County, the City of South Bend, and the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, with respect to participation in the St. Joseph County Prosecutors Special Victim Unit. Gentlemen.
Ken Cotter, prosecutor, 10th floor, County City Building. It's actually not the prosecutor's office Special Victims Unit. It's a Special Victims Unit made up of officers from the County Police, Mishawaka Police, South Bend Police. South Bend would then fund 3 additional investigators that I would hire, and then I have a commander that would be there. It's literally the same that we had before, except less, because we will not be investigating, that unit will not be investigating domestic violence, but it will be investigating sex offenses as well as child abuse and crimes against children. I think that the proof's in the pudding. It's done an incredible job in investigating those in the past because of manpower issues and a couple of other concerns. One of the departments had some concerns about being able to fully staff that, which is why the renegotiation was done between the different departments. It has a strong support from not only the Casey Center, the YWCA, and the Family Justice Center, but literally every person that we have talked with. It's a very positive thing for the community, and I would ask for the support and approval of this agreement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Troy.
Thank you, Troy Warner, with the County Police Department and the Sheriff's Department, with the office inside the county jail at 401 West Sample Street. I would just echo what Prosecutor Cotter said. The sheriff is happy that we were able to work out an agreement that keeps this unit, that partners with the YWCA, the Family Justice Center, and the Casey Center going. We would just ask for your support of this. As it moves forward, those services are crucial to the victims of these crimes. As Mr. Cotter said, these are rapes, sexual assaults, child molestation crimes, and those supportive services are key. Thank you.
Thank you. Counselor, have you?
Mr. Augustino drafted it. I had an opportunity to take a look at it after just to double check his work, and it's appropriate and within the statutory requirements.
Excellent. Any
So
questions?
is that a double bill?
Well, yeah.
Any questions or comments from
Sure,
the
I
board?
have a couple questions for the prosecutor.
Excellent.
So there will be no more domestic violence?
That unit will not be investigating domestic violence. The domestic violence will be investigated and have been investigated since October 15th.
By the individual
By the
departments?
individual departments, correct.
Okay. And how many people total will be in this unit?
There will be 2 officers from South Bend, 1 from the county police, 1 from the Mishawaka police, 3 investigators then that South Bend would pay for and that I would hire. Currently, we have 2 over there under the old agreement, and then we had 1 at the County Metro Homicide Unit. So really, the number of slots will remain the same that South Bend would pay for. And then there would be the commander. I'm bringing the secretary that had been over at County Metro Homicide over to the Special Victims Unit. That person would be then transcribing and ensuring we get the information that those investigators get to not only the prosecutors, but also defense counsel. So in total, there would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 commander, 8, and then the secretary. So there would be 9 people that would be associated with investigating those types of crimes.
Okay. Is Amy Bennett the commander?
She is.
Okay. And I would assume all of their vehicles are issued by their home departments?
Correct. And even those 3 officers that are investigators that I would be hiring, South Bend pays for those vehicles.
Okay. I have no further questions at this time.
Any other questions or comments from the board?
I just have some comments about how happy I am that we're moving forward with the sexual offense, updating that, child abuse, crimes against children. because, oh my gosh, I've always supported the YWCA and then the St. Margaret's House down the street to help people and the children. So I'm just glad that hopefully we can get things together so people can be helped a lot better. So thank you so much. Thank you. Glad to do this. Glad we're working together well. Yes.
Any other questions or comments from the board?
I do have one correction that Mr. Mish, this was actually put together by South Bend Legal, City Legal, and myself, not Mr. Augustino, but I know he reviewed it. And we don't want to give Pete too much credit.
He had to double check your work.
Wow. Wow.
What were you gonna say?
Well-
And you were gonna say something?
Barring that shocking revelation, I think I'm still comfortable moving forward. If there are no more questions or comments, is there a motion?
A motion to approve this resolution R-5-C-2022 with respect to participation in the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Special Victim Unit.
Second.
Mr. Dieter, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelny, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Health Department, approval to apply for a grant to provide directly observed therapy and directly observed preventative therapy for high-risk contacts of TB patients. Someone from the health, I see Mark on there. I don't know, is there anyone from the Health Department to speak on this? I mean, it looks like there's a Department of Health to apply for a grant to provide directly observed therapy services and directly observed preventive therapy for high-risk contacts, augmenting the TB services attached in St. Joseph County. The grant cycle would be October 1st, 2021 through September 20th, 2022. Are there any questions from the board? Is there a motion?
Is there, I'd say approved for the approval for the grant application?
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you
I
vote?
vote aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelny, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to old business. I think we're going to keep everything from the Solid Waste Management District held in, off the table for this meeting. So that moves us to public comments. Are there any public comments? Please state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes to address the board.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Durrell, 21677 Aughton Road, South Bend. I would like to read something by Wendell Berry called The Reassurer. A people in the throes of national prosperity who breathe poisoned air, drink poisoned water, eat poisoned food, who take poisoned medicines to heal them of the poisons that they breathe, drink, and eat. Such a people crave the further poison of official reassurance. It is not logical, but it is understandable, perhaps because they adore their president who tells them that all is well, all is better than ever. The president reassures the farmer and his wife, who have exhausted their farm to pay for it, and have exhausted themselves to pay for it, and have not paid for it, and have gone bankrupt for the sake of the free market, foreign trade, and the prosperity of corporations. He consoles the Navajos who have been exiled from their place of exile because the poor land contains something required for the national prosperity, after all. He consoles the young woman dying of cancer caused by a substance used in the normal course of national prosperity to make red apples redder. He consoles the couple in the Kentucky coal fields who sit watching TV in their mobile home on the mud of the floor of a mined-out strip mine. From his smile, they understand that the fortunate have a right to their fortunes, and the unfortunate have a right to their misfortunes, and that these are equal rights. The president smiles with the disarming smile of a man who has seen God and found him a true American, not overbearingly smart. The President reassures the Chairman of the Board of the Humane Health for Profit Corporation of America, who knows in his replaceable heart that health, if it came, would bring financial ruin. He reassures the Chairman of the Board of the Victory and Honor for Profit Corporation of America, who has been wakened in the night by a dream of the calamity of peace. These issues, of which Wendell-Berry writes, remain prevalent in our county, and solutions for which much of our government is supported by the democratic process regardless of party. I sincerely hope the funds used to redraw the voting lines have been spent with a view not to bury problems, but to build bridges to solutions. I support you and businesses like 10,000 Villages and caring citizens in doing just that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
Dan Caruso, 305 East Compton Street, New Carlisle. I wasn't going to say anything, and something Deborah said got to me.
The poison?
Something she just said towards the end of her comment
Okay.
about the redistricting. In yesterday's paper, or Sunday's paper, there was quite a long article about the emails that are slowly starting to be leaked. And it is, I was surprised that it's just like I suspected was going on. And everybody says, oh no, you're just like, you're out in left field. That wouldn't go on. When I start seeing the emails released mostly by the Republican members of the council that show their only interest in this redistricting process is doing what's best for the party. We're gonna have to outcast you from the party because you're not doing what's right.
Right here. You're on pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Like draw yourself and some friends and color the rest of the picture.
We'll restore your 5 seconds.
Thanks. This is not going to take that long. It's just frustrating to see that people I thought were working above the board were looking for a fair process to redistrict things are really just, like I had thought, suspecting, are working for the best of the party, to get their party more power, not to do what's fair for St. Joseph County. Thank you. It's nice to see everybody healthy. Stay safe.
Thank you, Dan. Any other public comments? Hearing and seeing none, a motion to recess is in order.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelny, how do you vote?
Aye.
We are in recess.
We are recessed.